Hello everyone, welcome to From the Star Wars Home Video Library. I'm your host Nathan P. Butler. This time we finally finish our coverage of the Rise of Skywalker stuff coming out of the UK in that first big wave of products. We looked at a lot of it a while back, and then in the last episode we looked at those collector's edition releases coming out of Zabby. This time we look at something kind of on the other end of things, the least fancy possible end, which are, however, variants, just as we saw in the case of Solo. In the UK, you may recall, there's a thing called the Sky Store. And the Sky Store is a place where you can rent and buy digital films. But they have a thing called buy and keep. And you can buy the digital copy and keep it. Duh, that's what buying means, right? Buy and keep. Not rent and don't keep. But they also have a couple of extra options when a film is first coming out that allow you to not only buy and keep a digital copy, but for a slight charge more, not very much at all, really, you're able to get a physical copy mailed to you. So in a way, it's kind of the reverse of what we see on the US market, where oftentimes we'll buy a physical copy and a digital copy will come free with it. This is buying the digital copy and getting the physical copy, but there is a nominal extra charge for it. So what we want to look at here are the two buy and keep copies that were available for The Rise of Skywalker. And these are a pain in the butt to get your hands on at this point, because unless you're in the UK and can actually make use of this, and I think it may not even be available anymore, but unless you're in the UK and can make use of this, you're going to be trolling eBay UK to try to find these. And most people don't mark them as buy and keep or Sky Store. You have to search through listing after listing, looking for the people who actually have real pictures of the products and who are willing to ship to wherever you happen to be. It's a pain in the butt. And they're also not really easy to spot as buy and keep. You have to be very eagle-eyed, so to speak, when you're looking for these. Thankfully, there were two people over in the UK, Max and Hannah, whose last names I do not know, who were people who were willing to take these auctions that were initially designed just for over there and willing to ship over here. Always, if you find somebody on eBay who doesn't have a listing to ship to your country, ask. Because if they are willing to ship to you, you can always request an invoice, and they can actually put that charge in and let you know what it's going to cost to ship, and then you can pay them once they send the invoice to you. Just a little tip there. So you may recall that this was the regular DVD release out of the UK for Rise of Skywalker. We saw this a while back, okay? Same old thing we've seen before. But if you were to have bought from the Sky Store using buy and keep, you could have gotten this. Like, wow, it's the same thing. Not quite. Very close, though. If you look at the backs are ostensibly the same, except notice that on this one, the original retail one, we got our 4 logos above the ratings there, kind of spread equally across. This one shoves them aside a little bit to put not for resale down there in between. And on the cover, which is essentially identical, notice down there, way down at the bottom, buy and keep, with the and being an ampersand. The disc, though, is not marked in any way, right? So it's just essentially them getting a different insert for the regular DVD case to denote the fact that this is the Sky Store buy and keep one. And there's no need to worry about being missing a slipcover because the original version, the regular retail version, doesn't have a slipcover for DVD either, just like over here. Blu-ray is a little bit different, though, and it is only DVD and Blu-ray that this is available for, not 4K, unfortunately. Because remember, in the UK, the regular Blu-ray wasn't released just by itself initially. Maybe Restock is right now, but not initially. You had the one with the Resistance slipcover, and you had the one with the First Order slipcover. But inside the slipcovers, that's where the actual Blu-ray was, the Blu-ray case with the Blu-rays inside it, and this is the cover art that's very similar to the US cover art, right? Seen this before. Well, if you went through Sky Store and did buy and keep, ta-da! A buy and keep variant. Very similar in that it shoves the symbols aside to put not for resale, has buy and keep at the bottom, and the discs are just the regular discs, whee, that we've seen before. So, is it a fancy variant? No. For many people, will this be even considered a variant? Some say yes, some say no. I would say yes, because it is technically something different, and when I use it in a Saga on Home Video, it allows me to talk about buy and keep as a variant on the whole idea of digital and physical copies together and how the UK is doing it differently, which I think is pretty cool. And for this film and for Solo, the packaging makes the buy and keep part of it really clear up front. Down here on the bottom, the red bar up at the top for solo, so that the packaging itself is really a variant, aside from just the not for resale part on the back that is still a variant if that's all that it is, but again, kind of getting into the weeds. So if you're interested in all the UK copies out there and collecting them all, yep, you need to hunt down the Buy and Keep Blu-ray and the Buy and Keep DVD. But remember, gotta be careful when searching eBay. Lots of them have stock images. Look for the ones that actually show Buy and Keep on the bottom. Yes, it's a pain, but I think it was worth it. But I'm a nerd that way. With that, we'll wrap up this episode. Thank you for watching, and may the Force be with the home video viewers.